Thank you, President. Donald Trump is willing to cast Ukraine to the lions in Russia, destroying international law, the international order. It is no longer about the strength of law, but the law of the strong. And so it is even more clear, Mrs. von der Leyen, that you are paying for the fact that you scandalously ignored diplomacy and only focused on a military solution to the war in Ukraine. No single diplomatic initiative was supported by the Commission, Turkey's efforts, Brazil's, China's, Israel's, the African countries, not even the Pope's efforts. This is a huge political failure on the part of European politicians. In your speech and in Mr. Costa's speech, we heard nothing about the Commission or Council taking up diplomatic initiatives that would be in the interests of Ukraine. The transatlantic partnership no longer exists. Trump is threatening the world and the EU with a destructive trade war. He is cozying up to dictators like Putin, and European politicians are being led by the nose through the arena of the White House. We still hear time and again only military solutions. All of a sudden, the debt brake no longer applies, and we have 800 billion euro. That money, I can assure you, will go towards US weapons. If we want to ensure strategic autonomy, we need responsible politics. We need to do away with the debt brake for once and for all. We need huge investment in the industry and digital infrastructure. We need energy security, social security, research and development. We need now to attract the brightest minds to Europe. The European digital market can no longer remain under the thumb of Elon Musk and his tech bros from the US. Honourable members, NATO is done with now. The EU needs its own security architecture, and the priority must be given to diplomacy over military solutions. That does not mean that we should not provide for requisite defence capabilities, but we cannot drive the profits of major arms manufacturers and large-scale investors. No one should be turning a profit when it comes to war. We need to nationalise the European armaments industry, and we need to strengthen international organisations such as the EU, defend international law. We didn't hear anything from you, Mrs. von der Leyen, or you, Mr. Costa, on self-determination, sovereignty. That's important for Ukraine. And what about criticism of Russia, but also Turkey and Israel? International law applies to friends, not just our enemies. If we want credibility, we cannot apply double standards. Strategic autonomy also means a better relationship with China. Mrs. von der Leyen, the EU Commission must put an end to its childlike approach to strategic planning. Thank you.
Für die ESN-Fraktion spricht jetzt die Kollegin Bovendeck.